So, hello and welcome. My name is Grace, and this is a channel to offer you all kinds of things to just help you reset the nervous system, get back into the most calm, peaceful, tranquil space that you can be in, because life is not meant to be in any other energy. We are meant to be happy, we are meant to be joyful, we are meant to be peaceful. We're meant to be in a state of bliss. So let's get in a state of bliss. Today we're going to focus specifically on our hip area. So happy hips today. And what I would like to do is just have you start in a seated meditation. So sitting up nice and tall. And if you'd like to do Sukhasana, which is the pose I'm in right now, all you do is just pull one heel in. The right heel, left heel comes in afterwards to the perineal area, the center of the body, and then the knees come down to the earth, if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, you might just be sitting cross-legged, or you might be sitting in many other different ways. There's lots of different options. In fact, I made a whole video on it. You can go and watch it if you want. But for today, just get comfortable, sit up nice and tall, and begin to move your body backwards and forwards using your palms as a base on your knees and your fingertips when you pull back. So just let your body sway back and forth. I'm inviting you now to close your eyes and begin to tune in with your breath. So breathing in and out. And maybe you take an in-breath through the nose and the out-breath through the mouth. Or maybe you breathe in and out through your nose. This is going to be up to you. It's your practice. So gently rock your body from side to side now, taking it from left to right. Again, use your knees to support you. So you can grab your knees as you pull back and forth and just sway the body. Letting yourself just arrive here in this space with this breath. And perhaps there's a gentle smile on your face. And now I'd like for you to just take any gentle movements that feel good to you right now. So circles, waves, and spirals. The yin practice invites us to come into the feminine side of ourselves. And also the body is very feminine. So when you move, finding those non-linear patterns is very important, because we are both masculine and feminine energies. So maybe you're involving your hands and your arms, and maybe there's just some gentle play and movement with the head, the elbows, and neck. Maybe there's a gentle smile on your face as you play and explore your body and the sensations as you breathe in and out. Breathing, just breathing, right? So if you breathe in and out through your nose, wonderful. If you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, also wonderful. Okay, so let's inhale, taking our hands up to the sky. And exhale, take the palms to touch one another and draw the hands down to the heart center. Taking a few breaths here, nodding the head down towards the chin, or chin down towards the chest. Just breathing into your heart space, coming to a space of intention for our practice. And I want you to think about why you're here. What brought you to this very YouTube video on this very moment of this very day? Why are you here? Can you set this intention for yourself right now and speak it out loud? Speak it silently to yourself. Releasing this intention as you gently release the hands back down onto the thighs. And we'll begin to slowly blink the eyes open, coming back to this space. Wonderful. So welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. This is one of my very first videos. So we're going to have some fun together today and go on a little yin yoga journey where you will basically need a couple of blocks. Hopefully you have a nice little setup for yourself so that you can feel just content and happy as we practice. And if you don't have blocks, you can use books or some other sort of prop, towels or clothes, or I don't know, get creative. These kinds of pillows are nice as well for our practice today if you have something like this, or just pillows that you can use to support yourself. All right, so to get started, I would like for you to come down on your bum like so. And we are going to let the feet come out more so in front of us and let the knees hang down towards the sides like so, grabbing onto the middle part of your lower leg and beginning to inhale upright. So we're going to open up the chest, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, heart comes forward, shoulders come back. Maybe you're looking up. Maybe the eyes are closed. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, arch the spine. And exhale to round the spine. This is very similar to the cat-cow stretch. Inhale, breathing into the front of the heart. Exhale, breathe out of the back of your heart. Good. And just taking one more together. Let's breathe. All right. So that was just a tiny little warm up for the body. So what I want you to do now is you're going to be taking your legs just like this. So one leg is 90, one leg is right behind the other, and we're going to be taking the foot to 90 degrees. So this leg will stay just like this. Make sure that you can see it perfectly better. So my back leg is at 90 degrees, but maybe my foot doesn't want to stay like that. Maybe I need some support here. Maybe you might need a cushion or a pillow here to support yourself as we come forward. You could also use a block. So get creative with your support, and don't even worry if you don't have support. You can still do this practice. We want to try to come to 90 degrees here and just opening up through our hips. So I want you to first just take some movement. Just think about what your body needs right now to open up. Opening up through the pelvic area, breathing. Taking a little bit of a twist. And coming to start to come forward. So what you want to do is try to open up through your right hip. So without like leaning all the way down onto your left hip here, we're also feeling this very much in our left hip as well. So we're opening up through both the left and the right hip here in this movement. And you just do, you know, what you can. Come into a space where you feel that you can just relax, be here in this moment, be present. So it's not about being in pain. It's not about feeling uncomfortable. It's about really finding a place where we can feel like we're doing something good, opening up the hip area, I feel this in just a little bit in my legs and my left side and more in my right hip. We just want to start to settle in here. So here you connect with the breath. Again, we do not want to be in pain. So as the sensations come, we just breathe into those sensations. As we feel we can move a little bit more into the posture, maybe we go even deeper. Can support the body wherever it needs to be supported. So maybe underneath your right knee, you might have a pillow. Maybe you have a bolster and you're able to use the bolster. Just allowing yourself to be here now. In some moments, you might feel like you would like to be done with this, but you just hang in there and you just stay with the breath, and you know that it's going to be over eventually. If you absolutely need to come out of it, you can, of course, take a child's pose or a shavasana. Just rest your body, take some organic movement if needed. Breathing into the connective tissue, opening up into the fascia. This is really good for your hip flexor, so really getting into that deep hip pelvic floor area. We're going to take just a few more breaths here. And then we'll go ahead and come up very slowly and very gently, because these practices are going so deep and we do stay a little bit longer. So we want to be gentle. So you might take some movement here, just going back and forth with the hips. So plant your hands behind you and just begin to let your hips come down to one side, taking some windshield wipers is what we call this. Over to one side and then take them over to the other side. And it's not necessary for your hips to, or sorry, for your knees to come all the way down onto the floor, but you do your best. You can try to press them down there, see if they go there. And just opening up through the hip area before we head over to the other side. So if there's any other movement that you feel you want to do right now, you can also be free. You can stay as long as you like in either side of these movements. I'm going to take my pillows and my block now over to the other side. And we will continue to do this exact same movement over there. So what we did was brought that front leg up, kind of this little zigzag motion first, and then I like to sort of start to move my hips so that it's in that 90-degree angle. and this is also in a 90-degree angle. So you will definitely feel opening here through the left hip, and you might also feel some interesting sensations and so forth in your right thigh. You can put support wherever you need to, I mean anywhere, but we want to try to, come forward if we can and really open up through both of those hips. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cushions, our pillows, our block, whatever it is that we need. I'm going to start with my block. It's always good to start with more support, and then go to less as you move forward. So here I'm just coming into a place that I feel some sensations. I'm going to try to get my leg into even more 90 degree. So I feel in both. I feel opening here and I feel opening in my right hip. And it's really nice to get this like opening in both areas. So here I'm just connecting with my breath, more so here than anywhere, because if I level out, that's where I'm going to feel it the most. But I do feel some sensation in my legs here. So we're working now on the left hip, opening up through the left hip area. Breathing into that sensation. Try to let the body be loose. Try not to hold on or grip anything if possible. Just let the body melt. Stay connected with your breath. You might feel some shaking. The hips are extremely sensitive areas, so this is going to be one of your favorites to come back to really open up. Just connecting with your breath right now, connecting with the sensations. We always want to make sure that we don't feel pain, but that we are feeling something. Wherever the attention goes, the energy goes. So we take that attention to the sensation and allow the life force energy to travel there as we breathe in and out to really support this process. Maybe I will come down even lower. So after we stay there for a little bit, the body is loosening up and it's really saying, oh, okay, well now you can go a little bit deeper, relax a little bit more. And feel it a little bit more into forward. Just a little bit of sensation to the hips. I'm trying to open up those tight hip areas. So that's what we're going for, is to just open up through those tight hip areas. Let's take just a few more breaths here. We'll gently start to come back up, and I'm going to just have you just flip right over onto your back. You can use any of the support that you like. But here we're just going to relax the body, take a little bit of Shavasana. Should be feeling a lot of sensation here through the hips, so maybe just taking some gentle movements Squiggling the hips back and forth, swiggle, wiggle. And then when you're ready, just taking a deep breath in and out and just relaxing your body into a Shavasana. Just taking some integration and rest. Just let your body melt into the earth. Just feel the vibrations of the sound. Gently start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Move your head from left to right, taking some movement. And we are going to be coming into a happy baby. So staying on your back. And you can draw your feet right up to the ceiling. If you have a strap, you can also use the strap. I can grab one just to show you guys. A strap, a belt, and you might not even need this. This is just in case, like, but basically the strap would go around your feet as they face up to the ceiling and allow you to be a little bit more relaxed with this posture. But the posture is happy baby, so it's like you are basically taking your feet and bringing them, the knees, and bringing them down towards the armpits, down towards the earth. So in the position, you would normally just take your hands, bring them to the outside of the feet, and then just start to draw the knees down towards the earth. If you're able to do that, take a little rock from side to side, and then just stay here, beginning to settle into this posture. You can also, use the strap as I showed you before, or you can just grab your thighs if this is easier for you. You can just do this and hold on to the thighs underneath your knee area so that the feet face up to the sky and you're getting that nice stretch. So we're going to be here for the next few minutes, so just settling in. And once again, we're not looking for pain. We're just looking to feel some sensation and breathe into that sensation. And at any moment that you feel you need a little micro movement, feel free to take that movement. And then find stillness. Find focus on the breath. Just being the observer of what's happening in your body. Come to that long, slow breath. Breathe in through your nose. You can let it out through your mouth if that feels good. But try to breathe that out breath longer than your in breath. Just hanging out and happy, baby. Maybe there's a little smile on your face. Maybe you're full in the meditation. Beginning to come to your last breaths here. And gently begin to release. You can take your feet down all the way down onto the earth. Let the knees come in towards one another. So the feet are going to be out by the corners of your mat, and your knees will just kind of hang in and drop in towards one another and lean on each other. And you can relax your hands down by your sides and just rest. Your low back should be on the floor. And just breathe. And again, you can take any organic movement that feels good. Maybe you take a little bit of Shavasana. Maybe you do some windshield wipers. Maybe you have a movement that feels like you need it right now. And you just go there. We'll just take a few more breaths there. So just relaxing now. What we're going to do next is slowly begin to wake up the body, coming back to the room. You can take your time. And using those blocks or those pillows, whatever feels the best for you right now, I'm going to use my blocks. You can put them on the outside of your hip area or your knee area, sorry. And we're going to be taking reclined butterfly. I'm sorry, let's not do reclined butterfly. Let's do regular butterfly. Supported though. So with supported butterfly, what you're doing is you're bringing the soles of your feet together, and you want them to stay on the floor, right? You don't want your feet like lifting up off of the floor. So we're not like holding the feet and pulling them up off of the floor. What we're doing is we're going to put the block in front of us, or whatever support you have that you can use. And again, it's not necessary if you don't have it, just do it without it. It is better if you have the blocks. Of course, this is more the in practice to have that support. But first, before we do anything, let's just go ahead and move the body a little bit gently, open up the hips a little bit more. And you can do this like this, or like this. But all I'm doing is just thinking about bringing my heels closer to my perineal area. And just opening up through those areas that are tight here. And then because I know that the block is sufficient for me, maybe it's 2 blocks for you, maybe it's 2 blocks for me too. We can start out even more than we need and then work our way into it. And this is the starting position. So we'll just breathe here, taking some deep breaths into the back of the heart space, the shoulders. And opening up through your thigh area, wherever you're feeling sensation in your inner groin and your thighs. And just breathing, taking some time now to just be. So this yin practice is really all about just allowing yourself to just be. We're always doing something. We're doing a lot of yang energy activities most of the time. And so this is an opportunity to really slow down, to really ground yourself, and to just allow the body to melt. Allow the body to expand and open and transmute energy. So as you stay here, you might move a little deeper and deeper into this as you go. Try to keep your palms up to the sky. Try to relax your body so that it's just naturally with gravity falling down towards the earth, the knees. And maybe you let out some sounds. Ah. So those knees are coming down towards the earth more and more and more as we stay here, just breathing. So one more deep breath in and out. Maybe you take the block away. Maybe you come down onto a lower part of it. Just allowing yourself to breathe into the sensation, allowing yourself to just be here now. The body is going to want to leave earlier than we initially plan and commit to, probably every single time. So we want to just try to get into the habit of just learning to be with the sensation, to breathe. This is how we open those energy blockages. Let's just do one more deep breath here. Gently come up. And you can do whatever movements feel good for you in this moment. Again, I'm going to just take myself into a Shavasana, but you can do any child's pose, any relaxing movements, maybe some windshield wipers, invitation to do organic movement and to feel into your own body, to close your eyes. Maybe the knees are coming into the chest. Maybe you're taking a little rock from side to side. Maybe the breath is Ujjayi with the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Breathing in and out. Maybe you're just breathing. And try to open those knees. Come to a reclined child's pose. Gently rock your feet. So we're just bouncing the feet around, just loosening up the body. And then we're going to take the knees together. We're going to lift the hips up so that the hips come over to the side. And you're going to draw your knees over to one side. So the knees come over to the left side. Hips are going to lift up off the floor, but the shoulder stays down on the floor. And you're going to look over to your right side. So we're coming into a T shape. The other hand can be out to the side, or you can take that left hand and bring it to your right thigh to encourage it to move down into this twist. So we're breathing now into our armpit, our rib cage, and our side body. Hip area as well, so breathe now. I forgot to mention that you can use cushions and support blocks, anything that you need, if you need it in between your legs or underneath for support if your knees are not meeting the floor. Anytime we do any sort of twist, this is working with the digestive system and really allowing ourselves to process the food and let everything pass through. So we're bringing a lot of oxygen and energy, blood to this area, to the organs that do all of that. And just staying very connected with your breath right now. Let it be longer, let it be slower, let it be deeper. So we'll come to our last 3 breaths here. And you can gently release. We're just going to be doing exactly the same thing on the other side, and you can take any movements that you need to make between now and then. So just lifting the hips up, bringing them over to the left side now, and dropping the knees over to the right side. And then you can take that arm out to the left, look over to the left palm, use your right hand to draw your left thigh down, and you can use any cushions, blocks, support that you need in between the legs, underneath them, however, to support you in this posture. Try to keep your shoulder down, try to breathe into your armpit, full side body here, so we can really get into the rib cage, hip, all of it. Wherever you're feeling the sensation, just breathe. And if you need any micro movement, you can do it anytime. Looks like it's going to rain on us. I'll try to continue. We'll see how it goes. But we'll go ahead and just draw the knees into the chest anyways. We were going to be coming into our Shavasana. So we'll just have a nice arranged Shavasana. You can draw your knees into your chest, take some nice little squeezes of the knees into the chest, hugging the knees, maybe kissing the knees. Sometimes I like to give myself little kisses, just thanking my body for doing all these beautiful practices, really letting me be healthy and happy and free of pain. And so taking any movement that you might need, finding your Shavasana, extend your legs out to the corners of your mat. You can point the toes, circle the toes, flex the toes until you find relaxation. Same thing with the hands. You can squeeze the hands and the fingers, make some movements until you decide to just rest them. Maybe the head, move the head around a little bit and just find where you're resting on the ball of your head and the ball of your feet. And you can just relax, taking Shavasana, just resting your body, listening to the rain. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, resting your body. Come up from this practice whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.